Hi. Yeah, so this is our attempt to redub ourselves, having lost all of our audio. So, we're ready to go?
Not quite all of it, but the first 30 minutes we're out of audio, so we're gonna attempt to retell this story for 30 minutes, and then the restored audio will be there.
Kick in, and hopefully you'll have a less dramatic time than us
Or
desperately.
more dramatic, depending on your viewpoint.
Well, I think us trying to play all of the characters is going to be interesting, given that I'm not nearly as suave as some of the characters on screen.
Yes, I will have to remember what the accents are before I can actually attempt them.
I believe that Matthew's character is a little bit like this. It's a kind of
Someone
Spanish
is
and French
constantly migrating through different accents.
It's vaguely European. It's vaguely European,
Vaguely.
very
It's
charismatic.
From, I went to many places. I'm not just from one place.
No,
you can't
just
pin me
one.
down.
You cannot pin me down. Darling, come on now.
No.
I'm now Edna mode.
which is the character everyone should aspire to be anyway.
Yes, desperately. I need the haircut. I'm almost there with the glasses. I might have better glasses for that. Let's see.
Glasses.
Too many pairs of glasses. It's like we're blind.
This reminds me a little bit of the
I live in the now.
commentary tracks from old DVDs.
I love commentary tracks on old DVDs.
Oh, so much. I love them so much.
These
Are
ones,
they old glasses or just like different glasses?
these are old glasses, and they have the blue screen tint, so they're extra reflective. So you can
Ooh,
see all
very
of the
nice.
lights.
I
I'll
have
go
no
back to
idea
these
how long
ones.
this streaming soon goes for. Do you know?
No, should we speed it up? I know that everybody wants the hot gossip from behind the scenes of us and me.
Do you have any stories to tell before we go live?
This is our...
As in before the actual gameplay and we start recapping?
No, because I also do the recap at the start, so
This
I
is
will have
true.
to then try and remember all of the things I'd already said.
Alright, I will figure out the start and we will add some sort of note about when the sound kicks back in.
There it is! I saw us. I
Okay,
saw
so
me
we're-
gesturing wildly at the screen. I did a lot of this.
That was like 5:12 and we're currently at 4:55, so we should in the next 20 seconds start actual stream stuff.
Okay, pressure's on.
Do you have your notes? Do you remember your intros?
I have some notes. I remember what my intros were. It's the other stuff that I said beforehand about the like return to the game that I'm like
Oh, that was all improvised?
entirely improvised.
Nice.
I don't write anything down. That'd be rude.
I used to, very much not the same, but I used to host raids in Elder Scrolls Online. Oh no,
Hey,
we're
we're here,
later.
and we're back. So we're
it's us.
we're now restreaming, and look how excited everybody is to restream.
I was so nervous.
We are back streaming, and everybody is so excited. Pat's doing confetti and talking about it's been a year since that we had done any of the streaming stuff, and that we are back with a different kind of group. So I believe
And a different type of campaign.
Yeah. So this was me getting my ducks in a row. I hadn't gotten all of my ducks in a row, and I was describing to that I needed to get my ducks in a row so that we could stream again. And Lauren just kept having more ducks, and then there was too many ducks. There were more ducks than they could possibly. Oh, there were so many ducks.
And they made an appearance on Instagram. Make sure you go subscribe.
Yeah, and check out our Instagram where I occasionally post them. Yes, and you can see that I'm hot and anxious from all these kind of things. Whew, a bit warm. So
you're down in Melbourne, isn't it meant to be like minus a million degrees?
Until it's like a 1,000,000% humidity and it's storming outside and the air is thick and I can't breathe. And so, anyway, back to what was actually happening, which is that Lauren is getting all of the ducks in a row so that our ducks are in a row so that we can proceed, literally.
Yes, and
so I am describing us running Keys to the Golden Vault, which is the campaign that is supposed to be compatible with the 5.5/1 D&D/new edition/D&D1/ whatever else, and we go and make all of the different jokes about what different types of names that this particular session could be called, what rule set we're using, or what it could possibly be called. But yeah, we're playing Keys to the Golden Vault because it is compatible with the new rules, which is exciting. Also because this group is made entirely of shenanigans, and so I picked a campaign?
I'll take it.
Shenanigane?
No, that's bad.
It's all bad. So many bads.
Alright, is this now where we're doing character intros?
It could well be. I think Pat's wagging his finger. No, this is where I'm talking about the fact that this is a slightly different group than the last one that we did. The only returning characters people are Matthew, who's above, Pat, who is in the right-hand corner, and you, Morgan, and Lauren are all brand new.
All newbies.
All
this
newbies.
Is my first time.
Yeah.
This was my first time.
You guys had guested before in our one-shots, but
Yes.
never as ongoing characters. So that had been a bit of a change to our schedule. We, with the move to Discord and stuff, we've changed up who's playing.
And there's no longer a big table in between us all.
No, only kilometers and kilometers worth of distance.
Thought you were going to say of optic fiber.
Somebody gets to use optic fiber? I swear to God I'm on copper.
Probably, but the connections interstate should at least be optic. So majority of it will be optic. We just then get the slow bits of copper at the end.
Yeah, it's fiber to the node. Yeah, whatever. Hey, jokes for Australians and Australians only.
Yep. First of all, be like, what's copper? Why is there copper?
It is. That's awful and such an insulting accent. How dare you?
I'm sorry. Do you have a preferred one?
Not that. But, you know, my
something
mid-Atlantic
a little
accent wanders later in this episode.
God, I don't think I can remember mid-Atlantic. I'd say old chum. I'd
say old chum. How dare you? Yeah, wildly
I would have
inappropriate.
practiced if I knew I was being put on the spot.
Always. You're always put on the spot. Anyway, I can't remember what other shenanigans that we are undertaking here. I think potentially now I am actually reading our intros, so I'm going to go and do that. We might have to pause it if somebody starts talking about their character.
That's all right. We'll have time for catch up. Read away.
Not long after the turn of the century, war clearly in the rearview mirror, prosperity has come roaring in. Monolithic structures are temples to peace and prosperity of this new age, and are being built in every major city. All manner of humanoids are finding themselves now with the freedom to pursue whatever destiny they could possibly dream of. The orc can be a musician, famous across the land for swinging sax solos, and the high elf leaves the slow-moving diplomatic process in favor of fast-talking radio fame. All people of this new gilded era with hope and a dream. One such dreamer is Helios Ibar. We find her in a rather impressive circus. This circus has just arrived into town. All around her, people are putting up tents and moving boxes in every which way. The big top is currently being constructed under the watchful eye of her mother, Mira. Helios' dream isn't to follow her mother as a famed acrobat. Her dream is not jazz or radio. Her dream is to inherit her father's criminal enterprise, hiding in plain sight in the day-to-day runnings of the circus. If only she can prove her worth first. And I believe we get Helios to introduce herself here. So Lauren, despite the fact that the label says her old name,
bring up the fun fact.
Yeah, she told me she had changed her name an hour before we started, so I didn't have time to do that.
Minor details.
But Helio is a... I don't know how to describe her. How would you describe Helios?
I'm actually just frantically trying to get her description up on D&D Beyond, because I figured why use our words when we can use theirs. Helio. Please tell me we filled out the background.
I don't think she did. But Helios is a twin, and she and her twin, Luna, are...
freshly adult elves. I think they said 110 years of age.
Yeah.
After reaching adulthood at 100 years.
Yes, and Helios is a cunning... ambitious young elf, trying to find her place in the worlds which her father and her mother have created. She likes to draw people into her kind of orbit and shenanigans, basically. Her sister is both the reflection and the polar opposite of her.
Luna is correctly labeled.
Who is correctly labeled? Luna is the kind of the light to Helios's dark, which is surprising given their namesakes. But Luna is all vibes. She's really into training and all pebbles, and really into training and talking to the animals around the circus. She's slightly more of an entertainer, but predominantly she's caught up in her own world as she's just trying to make friends with all the small creatures and have just the most wonderful time.
And the most epic rock collection you've ever seen.
The most epic geodes. Another pair of dreamers to arrive at the circus. They arrived last year looking to get themselves a shot at seeing this brand new world. Find themselves running between horse-drawn carriages and wagons, unpacking boxes and running messages between all of the different circus members. And so, Matt and Pat are a pair. Matt is playing a
Leonardo Trendewold.
Yes, Leonardo Trendewold. Nice to meet you. I gave him a little bit of a vampiric accent there, but that's fine.
Vampires are roughly European, it's fine.
Yeah, he's a suave center of attention, conniving, enterprising young man. And his offsider is a gnome who frequently chooses...
sensitive about his age and height.
Is a bit sensitive about age and height, and chooses to appear much older than he actually is. He takes advantage of his charismatic, smooth-talking friend to pick pockets while they are romanced and distracted.
By the vaguely European, very much traveling accent.
Yes.
And constantly tells people that Leonardo's not actually hitting on them. He's just accented.
Yeah, it's just who he is as a person. I don't know why you would take this attention as being personal. It's not like he's after you, but anyway.
Not at all, darling.
No, darling, no. Again, I've gone Edna mode on it. I feel like Matt's going to be so insulted.
I'm sure he's gone Edna at least once already, and I'm sure he will again.
Yeah, once the audio kicks back in, you'll see how insulting I'm being to that. So, recent addition to the crew, having just been hired to operate as security as the circus is headed for the big city, we find a very confused and out-of-place looking orc. Wombat, would you like to describe yourself?
Ooh, yes, I can give the original description. My name is Dryru. I was prematurely born amongst elves as my mother was a traveler, and they noticed I had the biggest head they had ever seen on an orc. They did experiments on me to see if they could bring me up to what they called near elf intelligence, due to the large brain, and they did indeed grow the size of my brain. However, it didn't quite go as anticipated or hypothesized. They ended up doubling my strength and agility and halving my wisdom and intelligence. Now a fully grown half-orc who freelances for coin, I enjoy all things performance, but don't mind lending out some muscle, anything for a little bit of coin. Otherwise, I'm just here for, some fun and a good time and hopefully make some friends.
Awesome. So, Dwydrew, I believe it is in this moment you found, holy shit, that lightning. Sorry. It is in this moment that you found a very confused messenger trying to give you a letter.
Yes, I think I rolled a nat 20 to spot him, or 19 with a plus
19.
1.
You caught him pretty much immediately as soon as he arrived, and looking incredibly confused.
Damn, I'm good at my job.
Yeah. And he tried to get you to sign for the letter, but you couldn't.
Yes, but Dryru has no idea how or what signing is. He asked for a bit of a step 2.
And subsequently, you were informed that you had to write your name on this bit of paper.
I don't think I was ever told that. I think the next thing was just find who it needed to go through, which was the lovely leader of our circus tent.
That too. You did ask him how to spell your name so that you could write it. And that's when he was like, "Okay, just take me to somebody who knows what they're doing." And so this anxious little messenger character was trying to find her, never defining who her was, assuming that you could read the name on the letter.
Totally can read. And I believe at this point I then marched through the camp with my giant battle lute strumming a song.
Yes. So if you would like to regale us with your music again, you're welcome to. But this
Walking
song.
along down the camp, taking this messenger to where they gots to be. Boss lady got a letter that I can't sign away. I have no idea. It's definitely not the same, but let's say it was
pretty
somewhere
close.
in the vibe.
It's pretty close. The loud announcement of this song as you moved through this space did, in fact, alert everybody around you that you had a letter. And it was in this moment that...
Wasn't subtle
at all. Helios took it upon herself to seek the letter from you so that she might be able to gain knowledge of whatever correspondence was being undertaken here.
Ambitious, as we said.
But both Pat's character, who I've now forgotten the name of because I can't... Pipwick and Leonardo. Are also aware of shenanigans being afoot because they were pretending to unpack boxes
while eavesdropping
on Luna and Helios.
Yes, so I bring the letter to Helios. No, sorry, I bring the messenger to Helios, who then announces... I can't remember her name. Whoever the other boss lady's, her mum's
Mira.
name is. Mira! I was going to say Vivian. I was way off.
It's fine. I don't remember who the PC's names are, so...
Yes, she then took the letter and had a read with her sister, and then I believe we started.
They tried to have a secret meeting.
Yes, but there wasn't anywhere to hide, and so they took my oversized. I don't know if I squared down whether it was a jumper or a shirt, but the oversized thing I was wearing, they hid underneath that to have a little bit of a gander at this letter.
Yes. So.
And of course they signed.
Yes. So they have their own secret language between the two of them. They have their twin language that they use to communicate for some of this, and so it was that Luna and Helios were having secret discussions about what they should do with the information that was within the letter. And, in fact, I will read the letter so that everybody is aware of the context.
Yes, because I don't think it gets repeated once we get audio back.
I am inclined to agree with you. So, it's addressed to Mira. And it says, "Meet me at the Sage's Quill today, as soon as you can. I beg your help in a delicate matter whose importance cannot be overstated. I shall wait you in a purple hooded robe." And the note is signed Cassie.
Trying to remember, we sent the messenger off, but I didn't go with the messenger. No, the messenger was just sent off.
Yes.
And then before they had a discussion, Helios had to convince Luna to stop collecting pebbles, I believe.
Yes, she was getting wildly distracted by stuff that she found on the ground.
By shiny rocks.
By shiny rocks. There's shiny rocks everywhere.
Which is valid.
Yeah, given that they're her special interest topic.
Yes. Excuse me. How rude. And I think at this point, Leonardo and Pipwick were trying to roll high enough to eavesdrop.
Yes, so I believe that Leonardo was faking working while he was in the background, trying to subtly move boxes without being too loud so as to be able to hear the others.
Picking it up. Oh, this box is heavy. I better take my time.
Oh, it's so difficult to lift. How? How could we possibly move it?
And was Pipwick helping, or was Pipwick... No, Pipwick never ended up talking to a rat, did he?
No, that was later when he was trying to find the rats to talk to. I think at this moment he's trying to creep closer. Yeah. We're not giving away secrets, it's fine.
No trade secrets here.
Trade secrets? I can't remember what else happened. How much longer do we have to go?
We might be slightly ahead because there's 6 minutes 59 seconds to go, and we're about up to. I know that they were under my shirt talking about the letter when the audio kicks back in.
Yeah, so perhaps we kind of shimmy this audio to be.
Jump to the gun. Oh, we shimmy. Yeah, we can shimmy this up then. I will cut and put in some edit points. If we wanted to add in any other tidbits, we can just record them here and I can shuffle them in.
I just don't remember any of the tidbits. I can look at the notes. We described the circus a little bit, but I can't remember what I described. So.
Oh, yes, you described the tents going up. I think the girls did a perception check before they checked the letter to see where Mum and Dad were.
Yeah, that's true. So they were casting their eyes around. I think that's why. Yes, so the perception check from Luna was so poor that she got wildly distracted by a rock. That's how she had no concept of where anyone was. Whereas Helios did pretty well.
Like a 17 or something.
Yeah, and so it was casting about for Mum and Dad, and it was Mum is very clearly off making sure that the big top is up and running for their first performance this evening, and Dad is nowhere to be seen because this is the most busy time, or second most busy time, where he is moving people around and getting things sorted and just kind of...
The most busiest time of the year. I'm only 360 days early for that.
Yeah, just a little early. Or late. You could be late, I guess, with that.
We could be late. You know what? Coles already has hot cross buns on, like, Boxing Day, so you know what?
It's too soon. It's too soon.
So soon.
Hot cross buns are supposed to be for Easter and then 40 days after Easter, but they have them beforehand, and then
like a day after you can pick up the leftovers. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it. I'm like, no, I need my 40 days of eating hot cross buns after Easter before Pentecost.
Right? I don't want them at New Year's. I've got the New Year's food right now.
Yeah. Not to out myself as, previously Christian, but that's what it's for.
You've outed it now. It's not like I could mute that or anything.
You can cut it out if you want.
That'd be funny. I don't like about myself as previously blank, and then we'll just talk about it for the next 2 minutes, and the audience has no idea.
Or if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. But yes, so he's off undertaking enterprising activities, moving people about and other shenanigans with his business interests.
His business partners and associates.
Yes.
It's just making sure that, the revenue stays consistent for the circus.
Indubitably.
It's what do they call it in Parliament House? Lobbying. He's just out lobbying.
Secondary income streams.
Exactly. Diversifying business streams.
Yeah, diversify your business streams so that you can continue to produce circus at low rates for public consumption. Yeah.
Exactly. It's an economically viable model for everyone.
Yeah. This way he doesn't have to get sponsorship deals.
I am my own sponsorship.
Yeah. This evening's performance is brought to you by The Black Market.
Everyone thank Dan. Dan recently lost $10,000 in variable goods and bonds. Couldn't have done the show without you.
Yeah, that.
None of these performers would be paid.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah. I think we had a little... I don't know if we talked off stream, if it was on stream, but we talked about how their parents met and how the circus was legit and he was the... I don't want to say too much in case we didn't do that on stream.
I mean, I think we've done it both on and off stream, but he took his business on the road for the love of his life so that he could create a way for her to thrive. He desperately loves his wife and his 2 children.
And she just wants to perform and entertain.
But
just
needs to get out there.
Criminal enterprise.
Yeah, just subtly in the background. And it's not like she's not aware.
They made it work together, and I think that's romantic.
So romantic. I want you to uproot your criminal enterprise for me and travel with the circus.
Absolutely, baby. I'll do anything for you. We will travel this road forever.
Yeah, that's the vibe they're giving off. Jesus.
I mean, as a side note, how long is that going to last? Because they're full elves, right? So both their parents are elves.
Yeah.
So we could be talking about like a thieving circus for 1,000 years. At some point, someone's going to catch on. I mean, 1,000 years is
not if you're good at your job.
I mean, this is true. Like, you got to be real good to make that stick work for ages.
Yeah. I mean, they currently have 2 children who are 100 years old, and they grew up in the circus, so it's been happening for a minute.
They've been raised in the circus that whole 100 years, have they not?
Yep.
They must have it down packed pretty well by now.
What you can do when you always have an alibi.
We're coming up on our mark, so I will splice in our edit point, but thank you all very much for our running commentary. Or thank you for listening to our running commentary.
And apologies for the fuck around with the sound the first time.
Yes,
we'll
be
on
better.
Me. I'll get good. Bye!
What? And then I
No, I'm just standing here.
No, not you, Drydu. Just be quiet. And then
I'm sorry.
All my sketches into your hand with the letter, and I'm like, look at this. And with the other hand, I'm shoving my pebbles, some of them, into your pockets and being like, look after this for later. We're going to need them.
Sorry, is that in my pockets?
This routine.
Not your pockets, Drydu, sorry.
Oh, this is happening in the back of your shirt while you are on lookout.
I would imagine that this is not overly stealthy anymore.
Not even a little bit. There are now 2 people inside of Dryju's shirt, and he doesn't necessarily seem 100% comfortable with it.
Would Pipwick have noticed?
I think, yeah, Pipwick would have noticed. This is an odd scene, even for the circus, but, it's daytime. 3 people shouldn't be wearing a shirt.
Do you guys need me to get you some shirts? I'm really happy to get you some shirts.
We've got our own. Please be quiet. I'm talking to Helly, okay? I'm talking to my sister. What are you doing?
Yes, boss.
You're doing good, Dry Drew. Pats him underneath the shirt.
Like in the
Thank you, boss.
No, I'm going like back of neck, like directly up the back.
Pipwick
very
is
proud.
going to approach Dwairu, who I assume is significantly larger than him.
Just a little.
And
Just significantly larger.
hey, large happy one.
Oh, yes. What's up, small grumpy one?
Sorry, it's been a long night. This may add to your discomfort, but would you kindly put me in your shirt?
Sorry, I actually meant to be keeping other people in my shirt, but I'll happily put you in my shirt later. Do you want me to come by when I'm finished?
Oh no, I want to join the people that are already in your shirt.
Oh, no can do, sorry.
And
This is a
Are we
private
hearing
thought.
this?
Yeah,
you
100%.
guys would have heard this conversation.
I'm
This is a
shoving
private
letter
thought.
into my shirt inside Dry Drew's shirt so that it's gone, and I'm shoving pebbles into any pockets I can find. Some which are mine, some which are Dry Drew's if he's got pockets on the back of his pants.
Okay. Am I able to reach like the edge of Dwyer's shirt?
Yeah, you can certainly grab the bottom
I like grab the sides of the shirt and just start shaking.
At least one pebble falls out, but you guys are now in a shaking shirt.
Excuse me,
I'm
I
out.
just
I think
told you
I'm
this is
going
a
to-
private thought for
Yes, I think I'm
twin
going to
sisters
push.
only. What are you doing?
So
I
he
I
loses
want to
left
say
of his shirt.
I've not noticed that yet, and I'm just still angry at this intrusion.
You're wrapped in his shirt, just moving constantly. You're like, what?
I
I'm
just want to
going to-
point out that
Nope.
I don't think
No.
squatters' rights apply to someone else's t-shirt.
I'm going to push Pipwick gently but firmly away because the bosses said they wanted privacy.
Oh, I've just noticed.
Wait,
Haley's-
where's the
Your
note?
gentle push knocks me back 10 feet.
Okay, cool. So, just to make a note of where everybody is, Helios has escaped the shirt and is standing a couple steps behind Dryju. Luna is still inside of Dryju's shirt, and Pipwick has been pushed 10 feet away from Dryju as he tried to gently move him away. Leonardo is still holding a box, looking at the scene now, as two people were inside of a shirt, now one, and Pipwick has gone for a frontal assault.
I would like to think that Leo would respond to seeing Pipwick get knocked back.
I have now realized that Helly's gone, and I'm going to have a very difficult time getting out of the shirt.
I think
and
I'd be putting the box down, and I think I'd be casting message and be like, what's your plan here? Do
To
you have a
me?
plan here? Yes.
To me,
To Pipwick.
I don't really have a plan. I just want to know what's going on. And
I thought
they
that we would
seem
try to find what's going on a little bit more subtly, but
I'm too hungover for subtle right now. And they seem to be accosting a very friendly-looking person who seems too nice to say otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd start walking over, but if he...
Luna, can I get an intelligence roll from you, please?
Yes, you can. Oh dear, I have a -1. Oh, okay. Got 16. That could be worse.
All right. The panic was rising inside of you. You thought you were entirely contained within this shirt, but you found the neck hole. You're heading out. Up and out.
Okay,
Wait,
I'm
can I get a height check on us compared to Dryder? Like, has she climbed this man to get out of the neck hole of his shirt?
She's about to start. And as an orc, you're a tall orc, aren't you, Dryju?
I put down as 180, but if my lore knowledge on orcs is inaccurate, I'm happy to change that.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
180. In which case, Luna, you're about almost the same height. You're only 175-ish centimeters tall, but you crouched down and now you're making your way out of the top of this shirt.
Right in here. Are you sure this shirt fits you? Why are you wearing this?
Nope, definitely doesn't, but it keeps me warm. See, I have a second
I'm
shirt under
going-
here which does fit, and then I have this one so it doesn't get too hot and it doesn't get too cold.
Watching this debacle, I'm going to walk over, grab the neck of Dry Juice shirt, not particularly gently, pull it open, grab Luna's head, and proceed to push it the wrong way back through Dry Juice shirt to try and evict her through the bottom of the shirt.
I don't know if describing that as the wrong way is accurate. Might be the right way.
Well, the
might
shirt,
be the
your
right
head's
way.
supposed to. Alright.
The head is meant to
So,
come out through the head hole.
Is
It's just not
anybody
her head.
going to contest this action, or are we just letting it happen?
Not at all. Boss lady is welcome.
Cool. So, as he
Do you have any idea what she's paying? I don't.
You get
I'm
4
saying
copper
sorry,
pieces
Dry
a
Juice, at the time they're doing this.
Cool. So, Luna, you kind of explode out the bottom of this shirt. You have now escaped. And there's a really cool pebble on the ground, too. You feel like you had one like this before, but this one is pretty cool. You should keep it.
Oh my god, awesome. I snatch it straight away. I'm like, oh, thanks, Helly. Look at this. And I just kind of like brush myself off and get her to help me up. Thanks, Drydo. I think we're going to go and make our fort somewhere else now.
No worries, boss. I'll get back to the perimeter.
Okay.
You got this, Dry Juice.
I think as after this kerfuffle, I'd kind of come in and be like, the twins. Okay, I heard that there was a letter to Mira. I've come to collect it for her.
There's a letter to Mira?
Yes,
You have
the
big ears. Sorry, what was your name again?
Leonardo
it's-
Trindenwald at your service.
Hi, Leonardo. Do you find it a
It's-
bit weird that you're trying to take a letter from me that is actually my mum's letter?
Isn't it a bit
Yes.
unkind to point out physical traits of other people?
Wasn't commenting a physical trait, buddy.
You
Your name?
said he had big ears.
Not
My
the little
ears
You
are
haven't-
normal size. But,
Do you have an issue
Okay.
with things that are not sized the way society says they should be?
Have you guys heard of
no,
metaphors?
I'm gonna stand in front of Pipwick here and be like, Pipwick, it's just it's not that type of it's not that big of an issue. I don't think you need to be really discussing. Do not need to be going into this right now.
Walking away from a talk about ears and their size in society.
Stop singing!
No!
You leave him alone, small man.
Say the same to you. I wasn't trying to set up home in his shirt.
I'm
Yeah.
dancing to Drydo's song.
Excellent. Make a performance check, actually, both of you. Just let me know how good a dancer and singer you guys actually are.
Oh, that's a low roll. 7.
15.
15. There isn't much of a beat to Droju's song, but Luna has found it. I don't know how she's managing to
Yeah.
dance like that, but it's a bit EDM, but she's got it.
So I assume you will be handing off this letter to your mother then.
My business with my mother is just that. Mine. Why do you ask?
Well, it seems like it's not the business between the two of you. This letter has come from outside the circus.
It's from a family friend. Why does it
A
that
family
your
friend,
business?
you say? No, it is. I have been working here for some time. I don't know if you've seen me around, but I'm very proud and admire your father's work. If you can catch my meaning.
Pipwick's gonna chime in and say, if you think he's coming on to you, it's just the accent. We get it all the time. Like, don't take any offense to it. He just can't not speak that way.
I'm gonna bend down and be like, "Thank you. That was necessary." And stand back up.
Right. I feel like my respect level for Helly just went up a little bit.
Plus
And
1 to
I
respect
take it-
check.
Side eye. Luna. Come on,
What?
back to the world. Hey, stop. Creature's not flirting with anyone. Small man's lovely. I dried it. We should go and have a
Bye.
chat.
Sorry, who are you directing that chat to?
Luna.
Okay.
Okay, me. I'm coming. Let's go.
So we're gonna walk away.
Pipsqueak, I guess
Well,
there's some more
You did it
boxes and
again.
containers
You
to-
called me Pipsqueak.
Pip
I said, call me Pip if you can't
Pipsqueak.
get my name right.
Pipsqueak. Pipsqueak.
Pip is fine. Pip is fine. I know it. I know it. I know Common is your second language. That's perfectly fine. But let's get it, all right? Pip, we're good.
Yes, sir.
Are there any rats or small animals in the vicinity?
Make a perception check.
I am terrible at perception.
Perception.
That is a 4.
Damn,
Not-
after that natural 20, we've got rolled very poorly, guys.
There actually surprisingly there is no animal life that you can see at all. Not even like pigeons or anything. You think that they've probably been very disturbed by the amount of people that have arrived suddenly and are moving about. They've all gone into hiding.
Where's a fucking rat when you need one? Just going to go and take another drag on my pipe and just be frustrated somewhere else.
Sorry, would I know what skill you're trying to, or what thing you're trying to do with this rat?
Well, you would know after traveling with me that I can talk to animals. And
yes.
I was going to send one discreetly to go listen to a conversation.
Okay, cool.
But if there are no animals around, I can't do that.
Could I then, like, obviously you said, damn, if there was a rat when you see one. Can I also then check for rats?
Sure.
Quick, sweet.
Make an investigation or perception check then.
Cool. Can I do investigation?
Sure.
10.
You can see evidence of where there have been rats. You certainly could track one down if you put more than a minute's worth of effort into it. They're just.
I
headed
feel like
towards-
it's gonna be too late by that point. I'm happy to just leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay.
And go back to unloading the caravan.
Cool. So you guys head back towards one of the other caravans to start unloading as Helios and Luna head into the caravan which they share for planning purposes.
Once we get inside, I'm gonna like check around, make sure no one's like followed us. Do a check for where our parents are. No mum, no dad. Great.
Yeah.
No mum, no dad.
Yeah. So right off the top, you're aware that your mum is supervising putting up the big top. She is 100% involved in making sure that goes up first for the big show because it's the like peak event. Is getting the big top up and running. Your father will kind of be lurking around the edges of the camp as it's getting set up, as the circus as it's getting set up, trying to get some subtle deals happening and stuff, because this big flurry of movement is when he can move the most product. So he will be not in the picture for the next couple of hours, you're aware. And there's nobody else inside of the caravan space in which you guys find yourself. There is room for the two bunks that you guys share, along with a little table. The side of this caravan will fold out later when you guys decide to set it up and provide with more space for sleeping and like a bit of a common room. But at this point, it's still in travel mode, so there's two like bunks right at the back and a small kitchenette area, and it's crammed full of your stuff.
Okay. I'm first off going to show the letter to Luna and see, like, look, Mum got a letter.
Cool.
Someone needs our help. Do you remember Cassie?
Vaguely.
Vaguely. She's
she
our friend.
Like pebbles?
She showed you some cool rocks once. I think they were
Did in
monoliths.
fact
What?
show you some cool rocks. she really likes rocks, actually. It
Oh my
might
god,
be
yes, that's right.
her
We're totally best friends.
special interest topic.
Love that chick. So why are you holding on to Mum's letter?
I thought it could be a bit interesting. Might lead us somewhere. Have a bit of adventure while we're here. Pass it out.
Do you think,
You can give it to her
That's-
later. See what it involves.
I mean, normally when you want to have an adventure, it just kind of ends up pretty bad. So do you think maybe we could just like not do that this time and we could like chill out? Do some
How
sketching?
How about we do it this time, and then after we go and see Cassie, we can go pebble finding. And I know there's a river nearby. It would have some really cool ones.
Yeah.
In fact, you've been here before. You know that the Natural History Museum has a whole geode section.
You like Cassie, remember?
I know.
She's cool.
If we also go to the museum with Cassie, then I'm in.
We can do that. That sounds perfect. Love the
Okay.
museum. It's got some good stuff.
So many cool rocks.
Many. You can spend so much time looking at rocks.
She could spend so much time.
So much time looking at the rock.
Great.
Can I just
can't
say,
wait.
out of character, that Helly is the worst older sibling? like, come on, just this time, it'll be fine.
Older by like a minute, maybe. But come on. Don't you wanna?
Yeah, I
wanna
do.
see Cassie? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I do.
We got
Yeah.
this. Let's go put this somewhere so no one finds it. Because we'll give it to Mum later. We'll just pop it in one of our trunks.
Okay. But is Cassie not expecting Mum to go see her? Because
We
wouldn't it
didn't
be
say that.
weird if we showed up? What does the letter actually say?
We run errands for Mum all the time.
The letter says, seek me at the Sage's Quill today as soon as you can. I beg your help in a delicate matter whose importance cannot be overstated. I shall await you in a purple hooded robe, Cassie.
That doesn't sound chill like a trip to the museum. That sounds like actually kind of a big deal.
Yeah, but Mum's so busy right now. She's not going to be able to go and help Cassie. We better do it. We better help. Do you like helping? And Mum
What
would
if,
really appreciate it.
what if she's not too busy though? We could just ask.
I know what she's like. I really want to get in the way of it. Setting up the big top always stresses her out.
Yeah, I know. I guess we could do this.
God,
Just
a pebble!
what? Where?
to a
Show
pebble.
me. What?
I throw one on the ground.
I scamper after it immediately.
Great. So off to the pools. Let's go see Cassie.
Okay, just 1 second. I'm just like quickly observing it and checking this pedal out before I put it in my pocket.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Actually discovers some sort of like dark arcane secrets of this.
I got a 7.
Cool. You're pretty sure this is like a silica thing.
A what?
A silica thing. You know, rocks made out of silica. Like maybe it's quartz or something fun.
I love that. That's cool. I add it into my pockets straight away, which are already very obviously bulging with other pebbles.
I specifically have a bag that's full of pebbles. It's my pebble bag, and I carry it and periodically empty it.
On the way out, I just
person
wanna
tool bag.
I wanna use some of those like we normally do. And can we get those guys that we were talking to earlier? Like I'll cast a spell and then I cast magic stone to 3 pebbles. So we can use those with our slings or throw them to like attack a person. And it's like a game that everyone in the camp knows that we play, and that's the law that I'm establishing right now. And we just try and like sneakily get people all the time. And
Trying to
number
throw them
one
into
target.
people's pockets or at people's bodies.
At them.
Both, but predominantly at people's bodies. And predominantly number one target is like dad or each other or mum. But sometimes other people are caught in the crossfire.
Okay, no worries.
I'm gonna say 2 points to the human, 4 points to the small man. Gnome. You gnome?
Ooh,
Yes.
Look
yes,
tiny.
definitely 4 points for him. But don't hit him too hard. You'll probably knock him over.
Knee. We'll go for the knees. It'll be fine.
No, not knees. Always go for the butt.
Fine. Give me the
Okay.
head.
Cool.
Okay. And we're going to do it while running. In motion. That's the best.
Action
That's
shots.
so
Okay, let's go. Do we even know where they went?
No, they're probably still outside doing nothing anyway. That's what they were doing before.
Oh, I always do that.
Okay, so just to check, Pickwick and Leonardo, would you have resumed much of your duties? Are you actively undertaking them, or are you passively just unpacking boxes onto the ground around, just meandering slow, not so far away from where the caravan's pulled up?
I would have said
Well,
that I would have like meandered, but like paying attention to their caravan.
yeah.
So like line of sight it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've got my hood like kind of over my eye line. I've got my pipe just like so they can't actually see my eyes. I've got like that shrouded.
Okay. Awesome.
So yeah, Leonardo is not as inconspicuous about it.
Cool.
Uh,
So
I would like.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No. Go right ahead. I was going to try and set the scene, like just beyond the door as you open it up.
Okay.
There is a couple of wooden steps that are placed at the back of your caravan, so you can race down out them. In front of you is a small section of grass, in which all the caravans are kind of like haphazardly set up, but will eventually be set up in like a semicircle ring with the circus on the other side. So from your doorway, what you can see is a couple of caravans on the right and 2 caravans, not of the residential type, but that carry most of the shit for the circus on the other side. From there, you can see people and boxes and milling around as they start popping up the actual circus tents. There'll be not far from you, there'll be an array of like food vendors, and then as you head further in, you kind of see the big top is starting to take shape. If you go out and then turn right before the big top, you can get to the street side where Dryju has been set up as the kind of guardian of the circus in its setting up phase. So, what would you like to do?
I would like to like try and act subtle, but I always probably do this in a way where it's like everyone knows immediately what I'm doing because I always do it. And I'm just like starting to come out the door. I'm trying to act really natural. But as I like open the door with one hand, my other hand is starting to go in my pocket to pull out the special pebble. And
Does Luna have like a clear sight of Pip? Like can she see me clearly?
Not until she opens the door. So there is some glass in the back of the caravan door so she can get kind of line of sight, but you're just a little beyond the peripheral of the actual the window in the door. So as soon as she opens the door, she'll be able to see more of an array, but not until she opens the door.
Okay.
so I open the door and I'm taking all this in and looking for my prey.
Yep.
And I immediately switch to Helios's and I's secret language and discussing the points further with her and saying, like, we've got to stick to the path on the way out, but whoever gets the most points can win. And
Can you spot him? Where's he gone? I'm looking over your shoulder.
yeah,
Make
so
a
we're
perception
completely unsubtle in the way that we're coming out.
Cool. So make a perception check for me, please.
I got 15.
Dirty
Oh my
20.
God.
Dirty 20.
Ooh.
So Helios, you immediately spot both of Leonardo and Pipwick. Pipwick, you can see, kind of almost looks like he's having a nap. His hood is over his eyes. His pipe is in hand, but it's not like actively being smoked. It's like passively being smoked. Just a little bit of like smoke rising off it occasionally, leaning back against some of the boxes and crates that they had been unpacking earlier. Leonardo, where would you be in this situation?
I wouldn't be too far off of Pip here, but I would be performing of moving boxes. I'm probably moving boxes backwards and forwards. Like I'll pick up one box, put it over there, go get another box, pick it up, put it over there, grab this first box, put it back over here, and
Cool.
Are you
Some of
facing
those are
away?
fragile. For the last time, don't juggle them.
I think that like every like second pass, I'd be looking over towards your caravan.
Cool. So unsubtly, you guys have managed to spot both of them fairly easily. No one is in particularly hiding, and you guys clock as they come out of the caravan as well. How would you like to proceed?
So the moment I see Luna, I'm going to take a chunk of quartz out of my materials bag and just kind of very obviously play with it in my hand and run it like over my fingers.
Is it like fully
Just-
like that clear quartz, or is it kind of like smoky quartz?
I was imagining like a untumbled rose quartz, so like just like with a pinky clear hue.
And I think with your 15, you would catch him pulling this unpolished bit of rock out of his pocket as the light catches it, and you can see the pink tinge in the crystal in his hand.
How
And
far off is he?
I would say probably like 30, 35 feet.
I
Location distance.
would like quietly say under my breath in the secret language, like, oh, he wants to play. I think he's like he knows the game and he's coming at us.
Have you guys done this before?
Yeah.
Yes.
They've
Oh,
been
yeah.
around the camp
And
a
it's
lot.
very well known.
The other thing is, and maybe Luna's not aware of it. If Luna is a druid and talks to animals, Pip also talks to animals, and so he knows all about the comings and goings of Luna and the little tricks that she plays around the carnival. And so he's ready.
Okay, so standing on the cusp, you've caught a sight of this rock and your two targets. How will you proceed? Luna, you're in front.
I think I'm going to use my druidcraft cantrip to like light up his pipe far too much, so it like kind of blows up in his face a little bit, like more than it should for a pipe, to distract him. And then I'm going to use the throw the magic stone at him in his moment of like distraction.
Cool.
Yeah, that's so good.
What is the range on your cantrip?
It is 60 feet.
60 feet. Excellent. Cool. So you and tell me more about this spell, because I'm not super familiar with the 2024 version of it. So you need to be able to see the target, and that's it?
So yeah, basically I just have to cast the spell, which I've already done, on up to 3 pebbles, and then you can either throw them or use any ranged attack within 60 feet for throwing.
Asking about
The druidcraft.
Oh, the druidcraft one, sorry. the range for that then is 30 feet, not 60.
Cool. So you might have to take a few steps out of the cabin before you do that. But you can always throw first if you so chose. You would be aware of the distance of your spells. That's just one of the things I want to check.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I will take a few steps out first because I still think I'm playing natural. I'm playing cool. That's what I think I'm doing. So I'm gonna take a couple steps and then I'm gonna cast the Druidcraft and immediately go for the throw.
Awesome.
I'm following behind.
So you just trying to think. So you take a couple of steps forward. You send out this spell with one hand and throw the stone in the same moment in the other. Can I get an attack roll from you, please?
Yes.
So if you are just throwing it, I'm going to say roll a D20 and add your strength modifier. So you are not proficient with found weapons, I believe, but unless it has its own modifier there for you.
Hang on. Why is it just having trouble just getting it to
No worries.
do D20 for me on my computer for some reason. Well, okay. Plus my strength modifier is 0, so 18.
Oh,
18,
damn.
cool. So you send out this spell and throw the stone almost in the same moments. And as you do so, you watch that the Druidcraft doesn't hit anything. There is nothing there. The stone sails through the air, impacting on a box, and the mirror image that sat there shimmers a little bit as this stone passes through it.
I want to, at this point, step out from behind, like something behind Luna, and say, consider this an olive branch, and give her the piece of quartz that she saw my minor illusion playing with.
Cool.
Too gobsmacked to speak. I'm just like slack-jawed, absolutely mind blown. I'm like, this has taken the game to a new level. Can't speak, but I do take the quartz, obviously.
Cool. So just before that moment happened, so you popped out to show her the quartz. Helios, you had an action prepared as soon as Luna moved. What were you doing?
I was waiting to see if she hits.
So she didn't hit. What would you? The image, you thought it was going to hit. It looked like it was going to hit, and then nothing was there. How do you react to this situation?
I try and hit the human.
Cool. Make a strength check, basically.
I would use my sling though.
Okay, cool.
Not
So use your sling. So just use the sling for me, and then I believe it's you add 1d6 plus 1 extra damage with the magic stone.
This is a D4.
Oh,
That's a clean 21.
21. Leonardo, does that hit?
Yep.
Aiming for the buttocks.
Cool.
Sorry, wait. It's a D6 plus 1, right?
Yes,
so I can
D6.
survive
D4,
this, right?
Yeah.
this won't like
you got
insta
handed
kill
a
me.
magic stone, right, from Luna.
Yeah, so it's a 1d6 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Are you
So-
throwing it as non-lethal damage?
Plus 3.
Oh, plus 3. Okay. Cool. All right. So 1d6 plus 3. Are you doing non-lethal damage, or do you?
Non-lethal.
Okay.
100% non-lethal.
Roll the d6 for me, please.
Where is it?
We
Not
aren't going to hear
L2.
the end of this.
So you take
No,
a
we're
total
not.
of 5 points of damage, Leonardo. Are you still
As you got the
standing?
barrel off the butt.
I'm still standing.
This stone seemingly, you got caught up in the drama of what Pipwick and Luna were doing. You're standing absolutely still as this stone just seems to come out of nowhere and slam into your butt cheek. It's really gonna bruise. It hurts. You think you've corked something? Cool. And with that, Luna, you can now accept the gift from Pipwick if you so choose. Leonardo, what were you doing?
I really don't have very aggressive things to do.
You don't have to be aggressive.
I think the better question is, did he see the rock coming? Because it's hit him in the ass.
No.
Because you know who did it.
Well, he was kind of watching the cabin, the caravan that you guys were in, and
I feel like it like hit me in like it could have been like hit
could have
me in
been
the leg.
side of the leg, yeah, in the buttock. I mean, you could have been turned slightly, like you were putting boxes away, and been like,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
in the drama of Pipwick's deception. So,
I'm not gonna do anything.
not gonna do
And
anything.
you hear Pip call out from the distance. This is why you need to pay attention when I'm teaching you how to do minor illusions.
I do not need your fanciful illusions. I can perform these tasks myself. These
Good point.
magic.
Helios, 2 points.
At that like mind blowing shot and Helly's like gleeful 2 points, my shock disappears, and I take a moment just to kiss my piece of quartz and be like, "Oh, beautiful." I put it in my pocket. I take out one of the magical stones, and I also go for Leonardo because Pipwick has just given me the quartz. I can't attack him now.
Cool. So, with that, I'm gonna
So-
get you guys.
Can I take the dodge action?
Well, I was gonna say, can I get you guys to roll initiative for me? And Dryju,
Oh,
I'm
no.
going to get you to also roll initiative, and then we will see if you perceive what the shenanigans are going on behind you. So if I could have everyone's initiative, please.
7.
7?
19.
Bloody hell.
3.
Oh shit, 19.
3.
17. Sorry, 18.
I'm good at keeping watch. Fucking A.
Okay, sorry. From the top, 20 to 15. Who got
19.
19?
19.
19 and 19.
18.
Can I get who has the higher dex of Helios and
Dwairu.
Not going to be me. Oh,
I have 14 decks.
oh, I have 13. Yeah.
Cool. So Dwairu first, then Helios, then Leonardo with 18, Luna with 7 and 5 for Pipwick.
3.
3 for Pipwick. Awesome. So, Dwairu, can I get a perception roll from you to see if you have noticed some shenanigans afoot? I am also going to roll some dice to see if people
19.
notice. 19. Yeah. So, you were kind of keeping an eye out for it. You were humming along. Luna had previously been singing your song, so you're paying attention to it, and you start to hear a bit of a kerfuffle far behind you. You think that you might not have left Helios and Luna in the best situation. They seem to now be under threat from those guys who are trying to also get in your shirt.
Oh, cool! Pebble fight!
Oh, okay. So are you gonna race there? Race back?
Yes, I shall race down.
Cool. I'm gonna say that it takes your action and your movement to get there, so you can now see everything that's going on, but it won't be until we get to the next round that you actually get to do something.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. So, Helios, all of the shenanigans have just happened. Dryju has arrived on scene. What would you like to do?
And I have to check.
No. I've done nothing aggressive here.
You have existed.
Yes, this is true. No, I'm going to try and persuade the. Oh, it's just a bit of fun. Come on, can't you take a hint? Like, it's just a bit of fun, guys. Part of the experience of living in the camp.
Are you persuading?
Leo. It's towards Leo.
Cool. So are you trying to deceive him that it's all fine, or are you trying to actively persuade him?
Actively persuade him that it's a game. This is a game. We're just having a bit of fun.
Cool.
Come on, you like a bit of
Can
fun,
I
don't you?
get an insight roll from Leonardo and a persuasion roll from Helios?
Dirty 20.
Oh no! Oh, dirty 20!
Ooh. Okay, I'm not really sure what to do with this outcome. Roll again, I guess. Pat, what would you do in this scenario?
Ooh. Yeah, can we go back to just kind of it being a
Oh
draw?
no! Yeah, what did you get? I like the draw. Can't we just come to an amicable agreement?
What were your new rolls?
roll.
1?
Oh, I got a 3. I thought mine was bad.
I got a natural 1.
Yes.
God damn it.
So apprehensive, you feel like this. She probably is trying to. She probably is just playing a game. This is just a game. It was a little bit too hard, and it was. Mistakes were made.
I think. Yeah.
But guys, chill. I'm done, and I'm going to go and stand mildly behind Dry Drew. Not behind, but just like
Well,
to the
Dredger's
back.
off the
Aren't I on the
distance.
opposite side?
He has just arrived on the scene. You'd still be within a movement's distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which we're going to have to do theatre of the mind here. He's arrived within roughly 30 feet of where the hubbub is. Helios is within roughly 30 feet in the hubbub, so she can get to Dryju.
Okay, look, change my mind. I'm gonna approach Leo. No hard feelings. Hold my hand out. It's just a game. You get it. You want to play?
I just want to say
There's
as well,
like one of those buzzer things on your hand.
I did 3 stones and I gave you 2. So you have one more that's magical
No.
aside from the
I
other
know.
ones that I gave you. Good.
Cool.
No shit.
Cool. So I would say that it was your action to persuade. So anything you do in this shaking of hands has to be a bonus action if there is anything nefarious attached to this. Cool. So you're just holding out your hand.
There is not. I'm holding out my hand.
Cool. Leo, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I've clearly been persuaded
Yeah.
that this is just a game. I think like in my initial reaction, I think that I would have like obviously grabbed my leg, but then also like seen that the rock itself, like it pulsed with
Magical
energy,
yeah.
magical energy, and then faded. And so I'm like would be grabbing my leg and then picking up the rock and looking at it, and then you approach, and you.
Okay.
I would shake your hand. God damn it.
Okay. Good.
All fun and games, I guess.
Fun and game.
Cool.
Did something happen?
No, there was no cued action with that. So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
shaking her hand. Luna, it is your turn. It seems Helios is making peace with this Leonardo fellow and shaking his hand. What would you like to do?
Dryju coming onto the scene has changed everything for me. Like, he obviously is one of my normal foes. He knew straight away it's a pebble fight, and he came to get involved in the fray. So my target has changed. I'm going after Dryju. So I want to use my... Well, I'll just have to have a normal pebble now to get him. And because he's used to my tricks, I'm going to have to think of something extra. Can I? No, I haven't. I can't. Because now we're actually in initiative. Yeah. So I'm just going to have to go for it. And I'm going to react with just obvious glee that he's here, and I'm going to go just aim straight for him, but there's no spell on this one, so I don't know how I would calculate
Cool.
the
So what I'm
success.
going to do is get you to make a strength roll again, but for this we're going to use your strength modifier unless it is less than 1, in which case we'll just use 1
It-
is the damage.
It is less than 1.
Cool.
But I got a 12 for my strength check.
So, Dwairu, what is your armor class?
What is my what? Sorry.
Armor class, your AC.
13.
13. So you miss. You grab a new stone out of your bag, ready. Turn around with childlike glee at the new target that has arrived on scene, but too much joy, and you just absolutely biff the stone towards Raiju, landing at his feet, as you haven't quite nailed it this time around. Raiju, this stone smashes into the ground at your feet.
I wail in my failure and I say, I will get you, Drydu, and then I run behind some boxes.
Cool. So you are now close to where melee distance for Helios and Leonardo and Pipwick, all behind this kind of the boxes that they were unpacking out of this caravan. Cool. So Drydu, you're over here. Some
Yep.
boxes, but pretty much an open area. Caravans behind you, and now everybody is behind the boxes.
So everyone's all sort of grouped up.
Yeah, except you, who's over here.
Awesome. Oh, guys, you won't believe the luck of this. I just found all these pebbles in my pocket, and I'm going to reach in and grab a handful and yell, multi-shot, and just yeet it at all of them.
Cool. You can do that on your turn. It is Pip.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I thought you were lining up. I'm going to shut up.
Okay. Pip,
I got
it's
it.
your turn.
Oh, that's so good.
I am. A lot has happened in the last 6 seconds. I'm gonna just be like see Luna and Dwairu facing off and just be like, I need to get the fuck out of Dodge and just not be in between them. So I'll probably go over and check if Leo's okay. And conveniently stand behind him.
There's a significant welt on my leg at the moment, but you can't see it under my pants.
It feels like it broke the fibers in his pants. Like the elastine is gone. You can see just a circle.
Gods be damned, I will not hear the end of this for weeks.
My nice new pants,
Luna-
you've ruined them.
When Luna failed her shot, I would like to whisper -1, just lovely.
Cool. Excellent. You guys also kind of hear the crowd start to move around you as you can hear somebody start calling for your parents.
Oh, dear.
It seems as though somebody knows the drill here and is going for a higher power. So, with that, Dryru, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
My actions remain the same. The timing of this! I just found all these pebbles in my pocket, and I will reach in and grab them and yeet them while yelling multi-shot.
Cool. Can I get you to make how many pebbles would you say are in your hand? 5?
Sure, let's go with that. How many were put in my pocket earlier? There were just handfuls shoved in.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 5.
I would say this is more of a dexterity
yeah.
roll from everyone else.
Yes, I would agree. Can you tell me, Dryju, what your strength is for me?
17.
No.
So that'd be +3.
Yeah, +3. Can I get everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, and we are looking to get a 13 or higher, please?
Luna. Oh, thank goodness.
Ooh.
I got 16.
16.
I also got
Nat-
16.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Luna, what did you?
You know what? There's one.
So everybody around you, Luna, immediately flees as they hear multi-shot, just kind of all stepping out of the radius, and you are pelted by sky stones. They all come pouring down upon you. Can I get you to roll a d4 and add your strength modifier, please, Dwight?
Pip taps them as they're coming down.
If you so choose, Pipwick, you could catch one of the flying stones.
Sure.
I have rolled a 2, so that's a 5 with my strength modifier.
Cool. Luna, you take 5 points of damage as these stones rain down upon you, and Pipwick plucks one out of the air, saving you from just an extra point of damage. Okay.
I hand the stone I caught to Luna. I'm like, do you want to get him back?
I'm like collapsed on my knees, like wailing at the sky, and I just paused long enough to say thank you and take it.
Yeah. And then go back to wailing.
Yes.
Ooh, a pebble.
Cool. Helios,
Try
it's now
to
your turn.
5. I'm gonna go +5. And I'm gonna say, okay, guys, time out. This is too much. Sky rock.
Yes,
No good.
I'm full for a timeout.
Cool.
Time out. We got places to be. Luna, stop wailing. Get up. We gotta go. I'm trying to convince a general convince of this is done.
Well,
I
guess-
stopped wailing, but I am not done with the game. And I'm trying to make everyone think I'm done. And I'm like, fine, let's go. But I probably have to do deception, I'm guessing.
Yes, you do have to do a deception check. So I'm going to say, Helios, you are using your action to try and convince everybody. Leonardo, you wouldn't do anything you think that the action is over. You're also calling time.
I'd be trying to be calling time.
Cool. So Luna, can I get a deception roll from you, please?
That would be a big old 7.
7. Everybody is fully aware you wish to continue with this combat. So with that piece of information, Helios and Leo, you actually can do something if you would like to prevent Luna.
Yeah, I'm.
Can I run behind a box? Like,
No, I.
going behind some sort of like, yeah. I'm going for like protection.
Cool, Leonardo, you now have a full cover as you hide behind a box, or 3/4 cover as you hide behind a box.
Sweet.
Helios,
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
I know what Luna's like. I've lived through it all my life. We've played this game before. I am, instead of fleeing, I'm going to go and stand as close to her person as I physically can and just grab her face and be like, we have to go to the museum to see the pretty rocks.
Oh,
Can I make an insight check on
I
Helios
was
here?
about to ask the same thing.
Yes,
Just like kind of.
everybody can make an insight roll. This is the weirdest combat. It's fine. Also, thanks for the follow, Megs Benny.
Okay.
Nat 1.
Well,
Seven.
all right. I rolled a 3, so 6.
Cool.
I rolled a 9, and this is going to be important.
Can I get Helios you to roll a persuasion check for me?
Oh, yes. 15.
15. So, everybody is fully convinced. Anybody who got below a 5, definitely so. But there is no lingering doubt in most of your minds about Helios' intent here.
Pretty rocks. We're leaving. We're done with the game.
Oh man, did I miss most of it? I just got started.
I like museums and pretty rocks. Can I come too?
Why don't we meet you there?
Of course, you're welcome. You gave me the quartz. You obviously love rocks as well. I know we have to go.
I'm going to
But
put my
just-
hand directly over her mouth while she's saying it.
just have to do one more thing. I'm like, I just have to do one more thing.
I'm in her space, like hands on her head. I'm not even gonna like put my hand over her mouth. I'm gonna put my fingers like in her mouth. Like, no.
I start
Stop
doing like
talking.
gross sister stuff, and I'm like biting, licking, whatever I have to do to get your fingers out of my mouth. And I'm just like, get out, stop! Like I'm going, I'm coming. I just need to do one thing, and I grab your hand as you take it out of my mouth, and start like sprinting past Drydo, but like grabbing rocks out of my pocket, and I say, take that for a multi-shot, and throw it at him.
Cool. Can I get an attack roll from you, please?
Yes. That's a D20, isn't it?
Yep. So it's going to be a D20 plus your strength.
It would just be a 6.
So you go multi-shot and throw a bunch of rocks on the ground.
I'm sprinting too hard. I'm pulling her. I don't even see it. I just assume that I was successful and I'm sprinting. I'm like, we're going to the museum. So in my mind, I've won, and that's okay.
Cool. You guys watch as Luna has thrown a bunch of rocks effectively over her shoulder, roughly towards where Dryju was, and just taken off out of the circus towards town.
And I'm pulling Helly with me.
Dragging Helios behind them.
I'm literally just gonna follow them.
Cool.
Hey, boss, do you need me to keep watching the space, or do you need my shirt again?
And I shout out, we probably need it. We probably do. It's going to come in handy.
Got it. My shirt is following.
Thank you.
Shut up, Luna. Shut the fuck up.
But we're going to need it to carry rocks.
Cool.
We have pockets.
Leonardo, are you also following?
I was gonna say. I was gonna say, as I pass Leo, I'll be like, we might as well see where this is going. Speed's carrying boxes.
Okay, that's a very good call.
It seems too that as you have sprinted out, your mother had been on her way over to see what you guys were up to, but seeing you run out of camp, she's not phased. She's got other things to deal with, setting up the big top and making sure everything is sorted, and your father is nowhere to be seen yet.
Oh, that's gone.
Cool.
Okay.
So
if we past Mum, I would be like, "Bye, Mum. We'll be back."
Bye, love. Don't dawdle.
We will dawdle excessively at the museum.
Hi, boss lady. The other boss ladies need my shirt, so the gate's unguarded. Bye.
Right. Okay. And she sets about trying to sort out, trying to find somebody else to fill that hole. Cool. So you race towards the museum, or are you racing towards?
No.
No.
Luna may be dragging me, but at some point I would start around and start directing her towards the
Sage's Quill?
Yep. Sage as well, yeah.
Cool.
But at this point, surely I'm going to realize she's taking me in the wrong direction.
She's not taking you entirely in the wrong direction. The Sage's Quill is not far from the museum. So you would have to be getting kind of close to start recognizing that. If you would like to make an insight roll, you're welcome to do so.
I think that...
While I was redirecting, I would be like, remember we're grabbing Cassie. And
No,
redirecting.
but you just said we're going to the museum before at the rock fight.
Hey, who's Cassie?
If I know they're there, I'm going to start...
to our language.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So
Hey,
as you
change
cast
to
your
our
eyes
language.
behind you, Raiju is chasing after you because he's bringing you his shirt. And somewhat of a distance behind, at a more leisurely pace, you do catch Pipwick and Leonardo following as well.
Should we just meet them at the library, the museum? It seems like that's where they're going.
It's in the same direction, right?
I call out,
Because
yes.
if they're going to
Meet
the
us
museum, we're going in the same direction.
But I do not want to have to walk to run. That's all I'm saying. This running business is.
Running's really good for you. It means you can eat more food.
I do not have that issue. Thank you, sir.
I just shout out, "See you there!"
Yeah.
We've got to look at all the rocks. Okay, so be ready. But then I go back to our language and I'm like, what are you talking about? You promised the museum first.
Now language and go like, yes, we said we'd go to the museum. Remember, we're gonna meet Cassie first. We can meet Cassie, and then she's gonna take us to the museum. Remember? We'll go to the museum after we get Cassie.
Yeah, I
Is
do
it
remember
dark?
that. But
It is still like mid-afternoon. You guys have not really spent a lot of time.
If I wanted to stealthily follow them, would there be enough like shadow cover?
Not so much shadow cover, but you could certainly use the crowd that's milling about. This once you start heading in towards the city, like there is particularly towards the university and the museum. It's kind of a whole square and section. There is plenty of academics and people going around. There are cafes and bustling. Like it's a bit of a metropolis in that area. So there's shops and other stuff and people. And based on your size, very easily you can like disappear into the crowd. And so I would get you to roll stealth with the intention that your stealth is actually just like shifting behind people and moving with the flow of the crowd around them, rather than like clinging
Roll
to
the
the shadows.
7.
Well,
I rolled the 7.
it seems like people keep tripping over you, so not seeing where you go. And this has kind of made an obvious path for where you are, as other people trip over you if anybody was looking.
Oh, I'm following you. There it is.
Did I hear him call out before when he said who's Cassie?
Yeah, I imagine so. He was directing it towards you.
Hey, Dry Drew, do you mind taking these guys to the museum directly? We'll meet you there.
Sure thing, boss. Do you know where the museum is?
I'll show you.
Okay, no worries.
Cool. So,
Hi, Pipwick. We're going to the museum. The boss lady said you'd know where that is.
Why do you call her the
Turning
boss
around.
lady?
Keep running.
Because she's the boss.
No, she's the boss's daughter.
Yeah, but she's
Not the boss.
still the boss. We listen to the boss. That's what I'm paid to do.
She's not the boss. And you're not paid to pay attention to her. You're paid to pay attention to the woman that you shouted at as we left.
I pay attention to lots of people, but also sometimes no people because people can be boring and I like to look at other things.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps these ladies need your protection now. I think that the two of us are very much equipped to deal with anything that goes wrong. But the two ladies, maybe you should check on them. Perhaps.
No can do,
Firstly-
sir. They asked me to take you to the museum, so we're going to go to the museum.
Firstly, Leo, goddamn accent. That came across very sexist. Secondly, Dwairu, I'm the only one saying your name right. Right? Why can't I be the boss? Like, they're trying to lose you so that you aren't there to listen to whatever's going on.
Because you don't pay me. If you paid me, that would make you the boss.
They don't pay you either.
Okay, then can I pull out like 5 coins? Perhaps this could be a little bit more persuasive.
What's this for?
Why don't
This
we'll
is
pay
payment
you.
This is payment to escort us to where the twins are.
Oh, okay. That seems fair.
Have we lost them already?
So, with that, can I get a stealth check from Helios and Luna, and a perception check at disadvantage from Leonardo and Pipwick?
Disadvantage.
You were actively engaged in conversation.
Ah.
I got an 18.
18.
Come on, Luna.
you're
Come on,
carrying
Luna.
the team because I got a 5.
I got an 18 and a 19.
Ooh.
I got a 9.
Cool. So, Pipwick, you completely lose track of Helios for a second. You lose her in the crowd. but Luna is still having a bit of time. There's like Pebble Crete as the like ground formation, and she's like things just keep catching her attention, and she keeps whipping around and giving away both her and Helios's position. So you then manage to catch the weird jerky movements of the twins as they're trying to disappear into the crowd. Leonardo, you have no idea where they went.
Remember when I said I was gonna give off Kronk vibes, where he's like singing and he's like "Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na." That came true, literally.
Hey, Dwayru, there they are. Can you take us over there, please? And as your current boss, under no circumstances are their instructions to overwrite mine.
Just pick the two of them up and start walking in that direction.
Thank you, sir.
Cool. Can I get a strength check then? You're picking up a full-grown adult human and a gnome. So that's one arm each.
So you're basically just picking up a human.
16.
16. Yeah, all right. You managed to, with a little bit of difficulty, collect both of them and make your way off towards where the twins went. Hello, mates.
Fantastic, like,
Making
excuse me, put me down. Put me down.
You said to take you there.
You can escort us. It'll be much better. Also,
I don't mind
would-
you carrying me. It makes me feel like I'm in a mech.
Cool.
Oh.
So you can place Leonardo down and escort him and carry Pipwick up on your shoulder if you so choose.
I would have also given you those 5, like, genuinely given you 5 gold.
Dwyer,
If you want to add that to your...
Drew, you are 5 gold pieces richer, so please add that to your inventory and subtract that, Leonardo. Cool. So, Helios, you are headed to the Sage's Quill with potentially some people quite not that far behind you. But you are aware that the Sage's Quill is a tavern that caters mostly to the city's academics and intellectuals. It's pretty much located directly next to the Museum of Natural History. And not less than a mile than to the university. As you enter the Sage's Quill, soft light reveals mahogany furniture and luxurious carpets. A few genteel patrons murmur in the lounge, and you soon notice towards the back a purple hooded figure tucked into a corner booth.
Right? I pull Luna in with me and say, "You've got to be quiet and respect everyone. But I think I see Cassie. Let's go."
Okay, I'm ready.
Cool.
And then I just like hold my breath so that I don't start singing.
Cool. So you make your way through this room with these luxurious carpets and mahogany furniture towards the booth. The purple hooded figure looks up towards you, and you do immediately recognize Dr. Cassie Danielle. She is a dark-skinned woman with braids across the top of her hair. Her eyes are incredibly alert and sharp as they pierce into you. She knows who you are, but you are not who she was expecting. You also see etched into her normally very cheerful face these huge worry lines. She looks so much more tired than the last time that you saw her. She looks up to you guys and goes, "Thank you for coming so quickly. I had kind of expected your mother, though."
Yeah, she's really busy with the tent right now. She's really busy with the circus. Dad needed her. She sent us, and we're hitting. Yeah, we have some more friends that are going to come and help if you need. But we wanted to find out what you needed first, that we could make sure we could help in the best way we can. Your note sounded very urgent, so I didn't want to wait.
Yeah, my note was fairly urgent. Right, yeah, maybe you can help. Or your dad can help. Like, you can take a message back. Probably it's better. You guys act as an intermediary anyway. I attended a dig in the Merkmere that unearthed this like admiring this as this amazing jewel that we've uncovered. It's not. It's not. It's an egg. It's an eldritch fucking horror egg. And they just put it up in the museum. There's like nothing there to prevent it. I know I'm not supposed to be bringing the occult thing up again, and I've been warned by the university not to do it, but I need some assistance here. I think I'm gonna get fired too, because I did try to stop them, but I need you guys to get in there. Yeah, they're not listening. They're not telling. I can't seem to tell them that it's gonna hatch. It's gonna hatch at like midnight tonight. Like maybe not exactly, but I think like when the moon is fullest or some bullshit like that in the documentation that was nearby. We shouldn't have taken that egg out of the ground. And it is about now that the rest of you arrive to the inside of the Sage's Quill.
I'm going to be casting Disguise Self on myself.
Cool.
I'm going to be
just inside the door.
just outside.
Yeah. Cool.
So I want to be. I'm a slightly shorter, stout, burly, very thick bearded man.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Dwairu and Pipwick, are you guys doing anything?
Where the fuck did Leonardo go?
This is what he does. He's very good at disguising himself. Why don't you and Leo go to the bar? I'm gonna go see if the girls need anything.
Okay, you paid me so that we could go check on them. Should we not all go check on them?
I think that might scare them if we all suddenly arrive into a conversation that they're having.
Okay, gotcha.
Are you going to be interrupting their conversation?
I'm very little, and I will be discreet.
Okay, that makes sense.
I am just a random patron. Obviously, like my voice is coming out, but I am very much a different person. Do I?
It's Leo's voice on a dwarf.
No, yeah.
And yeah, so I'm gonna kind of like move with the crowds to go over to the booth, but kind of like stand nearby, listening in.
Yeah, I will be going to the bar and getting a drink, and then coming back to a nearby table.
Yeah, cool. So you guys head over towards the bar. I think you, Helios, with your passive perception, you would have noticed that there are some people arrived. One of whom is very obviously Dwairu, but he headed towards the bar and not directly towards you guys. Before Pipwick kind of appears at your elbow at the table. Right. Who's this? Cassie says as she like looks towards Pipwick, who has arrived. I'm sorry.
Your character can't yell at the DM now, can they?
Just damn you! I kind of like. I have to like hoist myself up onto the seat of the booth and kind of settle in, and just be like, so I heard the word Eldritch.
I would be actively trying to take up as much room on this seat as possible, so there is no room for him to join.
I just like clamber over top of her and like sit on the table.
Piptwig, that's really rude.
Your name is Piptwig?
It's
yes. This is
Piptwig.
Piptwig. Why are you here? You're meant to be at the museum.
No, we're going to the museum together after this.
Hang on.
Piptwig.
No, ignore the Pickwick. He doesn't matter. I told you we had friends coming later to help as much as we could.
Right. Yeah,
This unfortunately very rude one is very good at what he does. Obviously he's here to help. He would be great for this. I will tell you later, Picnic. Just give me a minute and sit down on the chair like a normal person.
I tried to, and you wouldn't let me.
Can I get his head and like shuffle him off the table into the booth?
As long as he is not contesting it, yes.
Yeah, as long as I'm going to a seat, I don't mind.
Cool. So
I
you
just want to
Head
be part of the
first.
conversation.
slide him in between the two of you guys. There is now.
Can I?
Yes.
Sorry, I want to scoot so that she's forced to place him on my lap, and then I push him onto the very edge of the booth,
Okay.
and then I want to cast as subtly as possible elementalism. So I'm really unimpressed with his rudeness, and I'm going to create a breeze that will knock him out of the booth.
At getting pushed to the end of the booth, I'm just gonna jump off that chair and go sit next to Cass instead.
Cool. Okay.
I'm Cass. Sorry, ignore the yes, small man syndrome. I'm so sorry. Look, we're here to help. We'll get the help we need. We can definitely get this sorted. Of course that's not a problem. I understand your concern. I mean, you have talked about the occult thing before, and I trust you know what you're talking about. So you mentioned that it might have something to do with the moon, and it did come out of the ground. If we were to get it away from the museum,
You have to bring it to
what?
me. I have a container. I built a container. I am fairly certain that I can like lock it in time effectively. So if we can get it into the box, I can freeze time so I have at least a couple more days to figure out what it is I can do about it. And if putting it back underground is the way that we get rid of this thing, that's also probably the best
Okay.
option.
Can you tell me everything you know about this?
Well, it's this giant kind of green, furrowed green stone that lights up with like energy inside of it. It's really hard to destroy. It's so strong that we couldn't damage it even if we tried. The the container is the egg is probably like nearly a foot tall. It's about this wide. It's really obvious, and I can tell you where it is in the museum. It's a big thing. The creature that comes out of this is not gonna be small, and it's only gonna get bigger. Like this thing is Devourer of the Day is one of the translations we were looking at. So just like this is not something to be trifled with. I really hope that these people you've got with you, and she like gestures to Pipwick, these are some of your dad's finest, if you catch my meaning.
I have a unique skill set. They're something.
Make a persuasion roll for me.
I want to cast elementalism again and knock him off the bench again.
Cool. So what do you have to? Is there anything you have to roll to knock him over with elementalism?
No, I'm just trusting that I can do it based off of the premise of how easy he got knocked over earlier. Because with the gentle push and how small he is, I think with a strong breeze that can shut a door.
Would I recognize her doing a spell?
I think if this is her second attempt to do exactly the same thing, yes.
I pull out like a tiger eye gemstone from my material pouch and just spin it in front of her.
Stop casting the spell, and I reach over and I take the check.
Right, so he has her number. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So I guess I can share with you guys a map that I've drawn of this whole scenario. It's just a museum really, and there's a couple of like extra rooms. Let me just send that to you.
Yeah, we'll definitely need that. And obviously, if we're going in tonight before midnight, we'll have to go in once the museum's closed. Has this exhibit been opened yet?
No. Well, there's a day session on today. They're advertising everything, but the big shebang is the party tonight. They've got this whole thing. Had 4 tickets. I can get 5, but I have 4 tickets for this event.
If they let children in for free, we're fine. I'll just take the bid off. Okay, then we're good. We're good. 4 tickets is fine.
Well, the
Well-
4 tickets to the event. That's the like everybody's dressed up and hyper glam, and they're gonna bid on basically items. That's how this works. So they're just trying to.
We'll take. You're trying to sell the Eldritch Horror?
Well, yeah, they're trying to raise money for a museum. They're trying to sell everything that's in there, basically. It's like a real write-off in this museum thing.
Are you sure it's a museum and not an auction house? That doesn't seem profitable for a museum to be doing in the long term.
Look,
No, but it does sound like Dad. Anyway, do you have something we could use to replace the egg if we would when we relocate it? They're obviously going to notice it's going missing. Do you have a lookalike we could use?
not currently, but I could probably get one.
Do you know someone that could get us one?
No, I haven't seen anything like it, but I can probably make one from memory. That'll pass a brief inspection. Wouldn't take that long, maybe.
What are the weaknesses of an eldritch horror?
There
Egg.
are no weaknesses of an eldritch horror. I don't know what to say. Like, that's what it is. It's an eldritch being. I'm trying to get it before it's even there.
Not to be that guy, but like, what happens if it comes out? Like, what are we talking? Like, casualty wise or like collateral wise?
Like the whole town. I think the university for sure. But yeah, I would suggest that most of the city's gone.
Cool. So don't let that happen. Okay, great. So we're going to need to know all the security details around the egg.
Yeah. Okay. So the expectation is that there will be more guards on shift than there normally are. There's going to be like 10 or more guards around. There's the usual like security that happens. I know that the party is intended to like end by like 10. So if we're going for like the height of the moon thing, then it's like we have 2 hours routine when the party ends and all that kind of thing. But there'll be less people around, but all of the guards will be doing their shit. So there's like guards in every space. There's some alarms. I know there's like hidden closets somewhere. Some of the stuff is like animated and not really like statues or swords. Some of it's in like enchanted and stuff. I know. There's hidden walls. I'm not often there after it closes. It's not my day job. Well, night job.
Okay, why don't we all go to the museum now and you can give us a tour around and we can suss out what's there before the party?
I think it's a great idea that you guys go to the museum. I am being fired for trying to steal the stone earlier this morning. So I don't think that it is a good idea that I show up with you.
That makes
That's a
sense.
good plan. You have any friends there that we could call in a favor of?
Or anyone who is easily bribed.
Look, I know that one of the guards you could probably persuade a little bit. I wouldn't call him a friend though. His name's Sergeant Millaneff. He's human and he just loves money. So that's probably the guy to pay off. But I couldn't imagine getting much further than that.
That's okay. Sometimes that's enough. No one has vices. No one has gambling issues. No one likes to take a bit of something.
Not that I'm currently aware of. If you're looking for leverage, I can't imagine that your father doesn't have something on the museum, and definitely not on the museum curator. So, this accent is drifting
Yeah, that's
all
fair.
over the place. Sorry about that.
There's an apothecary in town, right?
Yeah, there's a couple of different places. People need spell components all the time.
Great. Perfect.
I may
I'm
need to
thinking-
stock up thanks to your sister.
That's valid. I'm thinking we spike the champagne with sleeping spells. Then everyone can be unconscious and we can yoink the egg.
That's not a bad idea. I can probably, we can direct you to the to where the kitchens and stuff are. People are doing prep in the basement and in the cafe. So I'm sure we can get to some of the storage stuff that's down there.
Cool. Okay. Right. Let's get the planning.
Sure. Okay. Well, what else do you need?
I'm just looking at the map. What is the dress? Like, I think you said it was a gala of some sort. Like,
Yeah.
what's the dress conditions? Are we going to be permitted our weaponry?
No. So no weaponry.
Okay.
It's going to be formal attire if you've got stuff. Yeah, I mean, we can probably more easily get a hold of like casual black clothing of the catering staff, but yeah.
I think that's a better plan for us to go in. We can take in crates, boxes. You guys are great at moving boxes. If we could utilize, where is Birdie Boy?
I know that it may be difficult considering my stature, but I'd really prefer if you didn't speak down to me. The one that you know as Leo decided to change how he looked before he came in. Not quite sure why he does that sometimes. And I point out like Leo's like illusionary form next to Dwairu at the bar. And we're gonna need to find something big enough to.
I would be closer than that. I would probably be at the table,
Yeah.
facing away, but
Yeah. Dwairu and Leonardo are basically in the booth next to you.
I wouldn't be with Dwairu. That's crazy.
He was following you.
Fuck. Shouldn't have announced that I'm just in disguise.
No. So to be honest, if you had looked even a little bit more to your left, you would have seen next to Dwairu somebody that you don't recognize, but you kind of do recognize in the way that they move.
What else do we need to know? I'm gonna be like, Cassie, we'll be back in a hot minute, and say, come on, guys. And is there any other booths in the tavern that are currently available?
Literally, we just go to the next one.
Yes,
I was thinking out of reach.
This is a very like kind of quiet chamber anyway. I feel like any conversation you're gonna have, you would be aware would travel. Despite the fact that Shakespeare's being quite subtle, you guys are like the only ones in this space. It's mid-afternoon. It's not when the tavern is really like kicking off. But there are like a couple of smatterings of people like around anyway. So you'd probably be best off leaving the tavern if you wanted to have a private conversation.
I'm all gonna get a huddle vibe going.
What was this tavern
Like,
called?
oh, yeah.
Sorry.
The tavern is called the Sage's Quill.
Okay.
So as we get into our huddle or whatever, I'm gonna
I'm
look
holding
at
onto the shoulders of people and just dangling.
Yeah, perfect. I'm
Do you want me
gonna
to just pick you up again?
Thanks, Dwight.
so Pipwick, where are you getting all these gems from? And how many
I-
more do you have?
I do magic and do performances, and sometimes it helps to have shiny rocks. And if I told you how many I had, you would be counting.
That doesn't help me at all.
Maybe
Do
there
you-
is no limit to how many shiny rocks I have.
Are you saying you create them with your magic?
No, but magic requires components, and so sometimes it helps to have a shiny rock for magic, sometimes it helps to have a shiny rock for misdirection. Sometimes it helps to have a shiny rock to stop someone blowing me off a chair.
And sometimes it helps to have a shiny rock in a pebble fight.
You're right, Driver.
Okay,
I'm
guys,
sorry.
we're getting very off topic.
I
With
know,
a
but
big
this is
shiny rock.
important. This is actually really important. And also you deserved that. You were really rude in that conversation.
That's at you. Quick.
I think rudeness is I don't know, a subjective thing.
It definitely is, but also don't you know that saying of like 2 wrongs make a right?
Yeah, but 3 rights make a left.
So starts just looking around and pointing and realizing he doesn't have enough fingers or hands to get 3 lefts going. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Look, you can argue that it was rude of me to interrupt the conversation. You could say it was rude of you to not include me in the first place. So,
I didn't deliberately exclude you. I thought we were meeting at the museum soon.
so did I, but then your sister walked in a different direction.
I know, I
Right.
was as shocked as you.
It's a good thing I've got shiny rocks with me, though, isn't it?
It is. I
It
would like
fills the
another one,
void
please.
until we... Let me see what I've
Man,
got.
no, I want shiny
reach back.
rocks. All I've got is these pockets full of pebbles still.
I pull out like a piece of citron and give it to Luna, and I pull out a like just a pebble, but it's been rattling around in my material case that it's just polished itself a little bit, and give that to Dwairu.
Oh, neat! I'm so going to win the next pebble fight with this. Oh, wait, but then I might lose the pebble. Maybe I should mark it.
Definitely mark it.
I'd ask you to sign your name, but that confused you the last time that happened.
Yeah, can someone still show me how to do that? I was meant to do that for a messenger.
I'll help you later.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
That's okay.
Helios, the floor is yours.
Like I'm used to this, but I'm not used to others just like investing in her pebblenum. I'm just there like having conniption. Being like, okay,
After
guys.
years of traveling with Leo, I've learnt how to herd cats.
Apparently.
You did a spit take there?
No.
Looked close.
So who's got cats? Sorry?
No cats. We're talking about pebbles, very large green shiny pebble that we're going to acquire to help our friend Cassie.
I'm really
We need
excited about that.
Oh, this sounds
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to be quiet about it. Now I just want to check you guys are all invested in helping.
Oh wait, sorry. Are we now outside?
No, we're inside. We're gonna huddle.
We're still.
Not a huddle.
We're just
Oh, okay.
scrumming in the middle of this bar.
Cassie is starting to look
Yeah.
very worried because you guys are being very obvious, and there are, well, not a lot of other people in here. Some other people in here.
I'm
Okay.
like whispering, yes, I'm super invested. I want that green pebble. That sounds so cool.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Perhaps we can take this conversation to another spot. One less public and a bit more private, perhaps. The
If we know
circus
you're
could
invested,
be.
then yes. If you're not, then perhaps we should part ways.
I think that I'm invested enough. I'm as invested as you are at the moment.
Once again,
Roger,
he's not
yeah.
coming on to you. It's just the accent.
We sure about that?
My dear, if you wanted me
Yeah.
to flirt with you, you would know. Very much so.
I'm gonna
I'm 90% sure Leo is
can't-
gay.
only 90%. What about the other 10?
Is he gay or European? Like, you know.
We'll never know. Roger, can we count on you?
I'm not super sure what it is we're doing, but I know that I'm going to give 150% to whatever it is you asked me to do.
You always do. You're the
Yeah,
best.
He is currently under my employ as well.
Excuse me?
Isn't that
not
right,
for long.
Dryu?
He's
He
under
was worried
Aaron.
about you, so he hired me to check up on you.
Yeah, you guys never questioned how we ended up here.
We have our
Um,
ways.
Hey,
Dry.
did he
why did
Also,
you-
The
Did he
Trail of
hire
Pebbles
you
is
to
very,
stalk us?
very helpful.
Wait,
I heard three
Dipstick.
people talk at once.
Dipstick, you're sure he's not interested in us because he just hired a stalker.
So technically, he paid, and then I convinced Dwairu to come and keep an eye on you guys. Also, with the explicit instruction that your instructions can no longer overwrite mine, as I'm his current boss.
But now you.
So we've made sure they were right.
I believe that we are co-bosses here. As I am
And
the
how
one
many
who-
instructions have you given him, Leo?
You can come up
He
with
told
the
me to go to a
brains,
bar.
But Dryru has completed his task now, so now neither of you are his bosses anymore.
Are you completely protected?
I mean, we're huddling in the middle of a bar in complete safety, so I would say so.
I mean, as
Except
someone who
you
can
and your
thunderclap, I wouldn't say complete safety, but you know, as safe as you could be. Anyway, yes, we're invested. Should we go do the thing?
We should. Do we need anything more from the lady friend? We should find out how
Maybe
to contact.
I would suggest maybe finding out how big the egg is. She said it's large, but if it's like big and heavy, then we're gonna have to factor that into getting it out of the museum.
Oh, that's all right. I can
and-
carry big and heavy things. See, when I was young, elves did tests on me, and it meant I can pick up super strong things.
We should also find
mean
out
super
where
heavy?
Cassie's special box is to keep the egg and put it in time.
Time, weight, and how to find her.
Yeah.
Good. Yep. We head back over to Cassie.
Right, so what did you guys come up with?
Our meeting has adjourned.
Yeah, I got that. You're
And no longer huddling.
So, what?
Hey.
Yes. Hi. This is positive? This outcome is positive.
Yeah, we just wanted to get the logistics down of how best to help you and see what resources we need. We just need some clarifiers on how much the egg weighs.
It's heavy, but like a normal person could carry it. It's just kind of
Okay, like a
awkwardly.
Damn, really thought I had a part there.
Awkwardly shaped. It's a foot.
like a
Your
baby
time will
heavy.
come, don't worry.
Like a toddler heavy. Less wiggly.
Just to clarify, are we talking about like a normal toddler or like me when I was a toddler? Because I had like this really big head, so I was heavier than most toddlers.
Right.
No,
A
no, no,
human
no.
toddler.
Oh, never mind.
Right. Cool.
How do we find you once we have the egg or beforehand?
Right. Well, my intention was to wait here, be able to meet you here. But based on the fact that I think that we have been less than subtle, I will make my way over to a different tavern and meet you there. I think the Bluff and Varkin will be the best.
Sorry?
The Bluff.
The Bluffin' Farkin?
Yeah, it's a take on the museum's name, which is the Farkin Bluff.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's the Bluff and Varkin.
And where is the box?
Right. I have it here with me in my bag of holding. And it's not like, okay, I kind of overheard your not particularly subtle conversation. It just slows time. It just gives me more of a chance to be able to, actually put it back.
Yeah.
Put it
So
back
should
where?
we?
Where we got it from. Back in the box which was holding it for millennia.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Why don't we take the box?
You guys want to travel?
Can
No,
get
we
it in the
wanna-
box as soon as we take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that it slows it
Yeah.
from the moment we get it.
Okay, yeah, all right, that's fair. Right, so, here's my bag of holding. So what you're looking to do when you put your hand in is you're specifically thinking of the box for the egg, right? That is the trigger for the bag of holding.
Someone else might want to get it out. I'm not good at specifically thinking.
I'll take the bag.
Cool. Cool.
I would have reached for the bag as well.
Would there be any conflict?
I would be like, okay. That's fine.
Right.
Cool, that was almost awkward.
Yeah.
Cassie, can you tell us what happened with your attempt to steal the egg so that we might understand any pitfalls that we might face?
I tried to get it before it went into display at the museum, so I'm not sure how much that will help. I tried to swap the cartons that were headed to the display at the museum from the university. Did not go as well as I'd hoped. I feel like somebody gave me away. I don't know.
Would you have a suggestion as to which entrance we use into the museum?
That depends what.
Because I see, well, to get the egg out, I see on your map you've got the loading docks, you've got an attic window.
Yeah.
There's of course the front door.
Well, maybe the roof would be the easiest access, but you just have to get up there. Like you'd encounter the least number of people, right? If you came in from the roof, maybe.
And you said there was usual security. Is it usual security cycle is?
I don't know what the usual security cycle is. I know currently there have more than the usual security cycle, so there's more than 10 guards there. I think they've got basically everybody there tonight.
Do you know who they hired their additional security through? What company?
No, they've just got all the museum staff.
Ah, they've got all their stuff on. Okay. Interesting.
Can I double check we got the name of the guy that we can bribe?
Yep, so his name is Vonnet. So Sergeant Vonnet Milaneff.
Thank you.
Darwin.
Sergeant?
Bonnet?
Sergeant? So title, Sergeant.
Someone.
Garnet Milaneff.
Perfecto.
Cool. Right.
I reach over to give Cassie a hug.
She gives you like an awkward table hug back. Yeah.
Aw, hug time! I join in.
Oh, okay. I don't really know you. Okay. She gently pats you on the arm. Cool. So I guess if this doesn't work out, I will be seeing you guys regularly at the circus. Or even if it does work out, I don't know at this point.
We will get you the egg and we will meet you at the tavern before midnight.
Awesome. Well, yeah. As long as the egg is in the box at or like roughly before midnight, I think we should be fine. But yeah, the Bluff and Varkin as soon as you can. Cool. All right.
You got it.
Awesome. Well, yeah. Good luck. Stay safe. Don't die. Your parents will kill me.
We would never.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Twins.
Yeah. Come on.
Cool. And with that, you guys make your way out of the tavern. Cassie hurriedly, waiting for about 3 seconds before hurriedly following you out and then dashing off down the street to another tavern.
Wow, she can run fast.
Can I pull Helios aside from the rest of the group?
Sure.
I immediately follow.
I need to pull her away from Luna's range.
Guys, where are we going?
I think they're planning a pebble attack. We should look for pebbles.
I've already got some, haven't you? And I like drag Dryru along to follow Helios and Pipwick.
Seeing that they're following me, I pull out the shiniest stones I can from my material pack and like throw them in the opposite direction.
Oh, he missed!
Them quickly, they look valuable.
Okay, while they're distracted, I turn around to Helios and I say, have you looked at where the egg is being kept on the map? Because based on the last 24 hours, if you want to succeed in this, we cannot take your sister in there.
Into the gemstone wing.
Look, I can. It's just we have to frame it in the right.
And I like direct my arms to them scrambling for shiny stones on the floor.
Is this one that he threw, or is this one that was already here? I can't tell.
I can't tell either, but just take both. And I just sort of take some pebbles out of my like shorts and just aimlessly throw some back as if I'm still fighting, but actually I'm just trying to look for more valuable stones.
I worry about the success of the mission. I'm happy to take it to the museum tomorrow, but
let's go today and tomorrow, Pipwig.
Sorry, just in terms of some more clear logistics, isn't it supposed to be midnight tonight?
Yes. So the Eldritch Horror hatches at about midnight tonight. It is still mid-afternoon. You haven't spent a particularly long amount of time having these conversations. So you have a couple of hours where you could scope out the museum during the daylight.
So, like, under my breath, I say, are you willing to risk the lives of you, your sister, the carnival, and everyone in this town on the assumption that your gem-obsessed twin sister can handle herself without getting distracted in a room full of gems?
Okay, look. Know what I'm doing. I know how to fix this. We've got time to go scope it out. Let's give it a try. It's this. Pulls out a blunt. I've got something for us to use before we go to the museum.
What is
Special
it?
from Dad's Supplies. It's just something special for you to enjoy while you look at some pretty things. Have some. Like, lights it for her.
If that doesn't work, I've got stronger shit.
Fucking heroin.
Cool. So are you gonna take a puff, Luna?
Yes, I am, and I'm going to immediately pass it to Dryru because obviously he needs some as well.
Oh, this is the stuff that improves any music.
Cool.
I'm hungry.
All right. Can I get you guys to both take the poisoned condition for me, please? Just
Absolutely.
temporarily.
It's a heist.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Turned into a heist. Okay, and on that note, with two of our players taking the poison condition, we will call it, and you guys can pick up as you start to head towards the museum next week.
Yippee!
Fantastic.
Do it all up.
Oh my
Lovely.
god.
We had a pebble fight. I don't think that warrants a level up.
No,
What?
no level up.
Oh.
You should have taken a
wish-
short rest too.
I wish I'd performed well enough in the pebble fight to warrant a level up. Okay, guys. Like,
Okay, but how strong are these drugs? Do I think I've leveled up?
Yes. Yes, you
Yes, you're a level 1 thinking you're a level 2.
Woo!
They're very different.
We don't have time for a
Alright.
short rest. We don't have time for any rest.
I'm gonna say that Leonardo and Dwairu had an opportunity for a short rest while they were waiting for you guys. They got 10 minutes of sitting down, chilling out time.
Oh. I mean, I was trying to be like listening in.
Okay, then
Whole time.
no short rest for you. Maybe
Yeah.
a short rest for Dwairu, but it doesn't mean anything. Also,
Because I won that pebble fight.
yes, you did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, as a side note, Lauren's name for this whole day has been her old name on the stream, and it's been. I will change that. I will fix that. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay. Right.
It's teething pains, right?
Teething pains. Yeah, that's fine. We'll get it all sorted. Get it all.
Alright, guys.
All right.
Thanks for a great session, Izzo, and thanks for playing, guys.
See you later.
Yes, thank you all very
really
much.
fun.
Thank you.
Hi,
Right.
guys.